I pitted AI against a human in fixing broken holiday lights. My wife handed me 2 sets of holiday lights in a huge knot ball and said, half of them aren't working. I'm going to see how well AI, ChatGPT, can fix these compared to myself. I'm going to lay the bulbs out in a sequence 1 to 100, or however many bulbs there are. I'm going to tell it which bulbs are out, which strands are out, what colors they are, and then I'm going to give it a multimeter and a no contact voltage tester. So let's go find out who's better at repairing this knot ball of lights, a human or an AI. So I separated my lights out, and for this particular set of lights I have 3 sections, and 2 of the sections are out. Those bulbs are not working. As you can see, those are clearly working and those are not. So we're going to attempt the human method right here on section A to try to fix these. All right, so I'm going to just speed this up a lot because this turned out to be one of the most frustrating videos I've ever made. Not just the AI, but the human aspect of it. I mean, let's just start out with fixing Christmas tree lights. Watching it is boring. So we're going to speed through a lot of this, but I just want to show you, I use a non-contact voltage tester. In other words, it picks up the electric field and you don't actually do anything where you have to touch any live wires or anything like that. I watched a bunch of tutorials on it, saw how wonderful it is, but on a strand of 50 I got awful results. And I even tried 3 different brands. I tried a Milwaukee, an Ames, and then of course the majority of my testing was with this ideal version here. And to be honest with you, that was a complete fail and waste of my time, which I had actually hoped for something a lot better. Okay, off to attempt number 2. I took out a digital multimeter. A little more dangerous because you're sticking a probe in the outlet and then you're sticking the probe in each individual LED lights. Hopefully you're doing it in halves so you don't have to test every single light one at a time. There was the possibility of an attempt number 3 where I just replaced every bulb one at a time, but you could end up doing 50 bulb replacements. And I would consider replacing 50 bulbs or doing them one at a time to be a fail. So we won't even entertain that idea here. Ultimately, this was a sound technique as long as you're comfortable with live voltage and you're taking the appropriate safety precautions. But there is a little bit of a learning curve as you learn to figure out which direction the voltage is coming to and from. But once you've got that figured out, it works fantastic and you're able to quickly isolate the bulb. So I would say from a human perspective, this was the best method that I could come up with. And I think on this next strand, I would be 3 times quicker. So as a human, I have to figure it out a little bit and learn and go from there. But ultimately, we'll give this a thumbs up on success, but probably not a high passing grade on safety because you have to be extraordinarily careful. Turn that light down here just for a second here. So for the ChatGPT example that we're going to use, we have the same 3 sectional, different set of lights, but 3 sections. First section is out, second section is lit, third section is lit. So that'll keep the consistent because it's been the first section both times. And we're going to give it the multimeter, and I'm going to specify the brands and types of no contact voltage testers we have. Okay, the test setup is this. I've laid the lights out the best I could, but I've numbered them all. And I've taken account of all the numbers so I know which one is which. So 1 red, 2 blue, 3 orange, 4 green, 5 yellow, all the way down till we get to 50 yellow. And so I've labeled them all so that I can communicate with ChatGPT, and then we'll see what it has to say about checking them. So let me go preload all this information in and get it going before we get to the next step. Okay, so I've loaded the query into my iPad along with the tools that I have available, what I'm trying to accomplish, the layout of the lights, and the table of all the bulbs. And I just asked it to guide me through one step at a time on the fix. To start the troubleshooting, ChatGPT wanted me to use the no contact voltage tester, the Milwaukee one in particular. And originally in my mind's eye, I thought I would speak into my iPad, ChatGPT would take my input and then give me the next thing to do. And I was really, really hopeful that because I gave it such a detailed layout of how everything was, that it would come up with some novel way, like statistically, bulb number 27 is burnt out. And I would go pull it out, and voila, ChatGPT would be some miracle rescue. And I was pretty excited about this video because I was like, oh, right, we'll just have ChatGPT speak back to me live as I troubleshoot it. But the first lesson is troubleshooting light strings is boring. So I'm not going to make you suffer through all of that. The best way to describe this is it was a pretty good failure. ChatGPT did a good job. It reminded me of safety, put your hand behind your back if you're working with live wires, etc. It had me do quick visual inspections and things like that, and that was great. But 32 printed pages later, and I'm not kidding, not 32 screens worth, but if I printed this out on a printer, which I did not do, I saved the paper, by the way, but it's 32 pages of steps. So just as insanely verbose as ChatGPT ever is, even when you tell it, please don't be so verbose, it continues to do it. And on top of that, it gets stuck in its own concept, a lot like a human does, right? I'm not saying that ChatGPT is sentient, but what I am saying is it gets stuck in its thinking. So you start going down and it says, work on bulbs 3 and 6, work bulbs on 3 and 6, and then it identifies it and says, okay, it's bulb number 7, right, and number 8. So I tried to correct it, saying things like, isn't it possible that the failure would be at 7 orange and not at 8 blue because of a bulb burnout at 7 orange would have no power, etc. And so you just try to nudge it into the right frame of thinking, and it still gets stuck on these bulbs. So I spent like an enormous amount of time working on bulbs 7 and 8, even when I tested them different ways. And I would say other things. Before I proceed with my troubleshooting, if 7 orange was burnt out, there would be no voltage leading to bulb 8 blue. And then it proceeds to tell me, that my hypothesis is valid to consider. I tell it, I do some further testing just to try to help it out, as a good worker would do. And I'm like, there's continuity between 7 and 8. And then it's like, well, if there's continuity between number 7 and 8, the wiring between 7 and 8 is good. The problem is not a burnt out LED at number 7. The problem is not a broken wire between 7 and 8. The open circuit is inside the socket or contact assembly of LED 8. And so this goes on for a crazy amount of time. So, yeah, I would just say absolute fail. It kept driving me to other solutions. And what I really was hopeful for, to be honest with you, because I had not pre-scripted this when I did it, even halfway through the troubleshoot, it's still fixated on these bulbs 7 and 8 when the problem could be somewhere else. So my conclusion is this. ChatGPT, thumbs up on safety. I think it's biased towards that. Huge fail on actually being able to work logically in a progressive manner to troubleshoot something. And eventually I just out of sheer frustration, an hour in, I had to just kill this test. 32 pages of troubleshooting, and we hadn't progressed past sockets or bulbs 7 and 8. And there's no hope. And so I went ahead and I fixed it and found it. I want to say probably up around bulb 35 or 37. So to wrap this up, AI versus human in fixing holiday lights. AI, 0 points. Human, 1 point. This round goes to human thinking. ChatGPT failed in an epic way. I did have high hopes that it could take a data approach to troubleshooting, like using a search algorithm of halves to outperform me, but it didn't. It did troubleshoot safely though, so there's that. But it wanted to talk an awful lot, and it got tunnel visioned. And it got tunnel visioned into a line of thinking that it couldn't get itself out of. So much so that I had to call the test after 32 pages of troubleshooting. we were getting nowhere, still fixated on bulbs 7 and 8 from the very beginning of the no contact voltage tester results. I think if ChatGPT had enough correct iterations in its training data, it would have outperformed me. But obviously it's not currently trained on this type of troubleshooting, and therefore this round goes to humans. So thank you for watching, and if you learned something or you found this interesting and you want to see more of this content, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow my channel and improve my content. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.